Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shaw TV studios here in Nanaimo and episode number 125 of the show right here on Shaw TV, aka episode 9 of our 6th season and our last show before a holiday break. Really excited to be here, spreading some goodwill and good cheer. We'll be back on January 11th. Looking forward to that. Musical guest right in behind me, none other than a great friend of the show, Mr. Myc Sharratt, who's an award-winning musician and a big fan of big Irish beers. And we caught him just before a jaunt to Alberta, but also some Vancouver Island holiday shows. We'll find out more about those. Hear some songs, talk to him about his music later on this hour. Also coming up, one of the regular sights and sounds of the holiday season is the ringing bells by volunteers at the Salvation Army kettles, which you can spot all around town. So we're going to find out how you can help, find out a bit more about the Salvation Army in general, and find out why the Salvation Navy never seems to get on board. And what's up with the Salvation Air Force either. Speaking of flying, we're also flying toward 2017. So we're going to let you know about Nanaimo's premier family-friendly New Year's Eve celebration finale 2016. Rumor has it, it may have a bit of a circus theme, which is cool, but you know the quickest way to bring down a circus is to go right for the juggler. Finally, some applause. Finally, some applause. Love it. I love the holidays. Anyways, moving on. As part of our Seniors Connect series, we're also going to learn about the Seniors Connect Center, which is now open in downtown Nanaimo. What programs are there? How can you volunteer and help out? How are they smashing down the doors of isolation? We're about to find out, aka we'll connect you with that information. Now, we're also going to look at some incredible holiday flowers. But you may be surprised to see what these flowers are actually made of. So if you have a sweet tooth or a bit of a fan of desserts, you're going to want to put your tulips on these tulips. But first now, there's a few things in the world that I'm more painfully uninformed about than skincare products. But if they're branded with the word nude, I may just be ready to stand up and take notice. So stay tuned for the naked truth and a smooth epidermis. It's the show right here on Shaw TV.
That's quite the intro, Myc, there. We're going to look forward to quite a great program tonight. I'm Joanne, and I'm here with Cassandra Malin, and she's going to talk to us about this wonderful line of all-natural products that she is the proprietor of, I guess. I'd like to start off by asking you about the name, because as Myc mentioned, it's quite interesting to hear that it's called Nude and True. Why that name, Cassandra?
Yes, so I would love to say it would be something interesting like I'm a nudist, but honestly, I just think that embracing our natural form, being naked and feeling proud of it is really important, and our skin is our biggest organ, and so we want to take care of it. And honestly, I was driving one day and I just kind of thought of the idea of Nude and True because it's an honest company. What ingredients are in it is labeled are listed in the labels, and so it was born, Nude and True.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So you've got a philosophy, obviously, about behind the name and that you apply in the development of these products. Tell us more about that, please.
So I think it's really important to use all-natural skincare products. There are so many chemicals in products that most people use these days, and the philosophy behind Nude and True is just that, true for us, for our family, for our friends. And I think that we all deserve to have natural products at an affordable cost with reusable or recyclable packaging.
Yes, you've paid attention as well to making it all sustainable and recyclable and renewable products, and the products you've gathered are all from Canada, right? Are locally or from
Correct,
all
yeah.
parts of Canada?
Yeah, so I try to do primarily BC if possible, definitely Canadian, and all of the ingredients that I use are not only good for us, but also good for the environment, which I find very important, because I mean, without the earth, we wouldn't be surviving, so.
Okay. Well, I would love to go through some of these products with you this evening.
Definitely.
This one, tell me a bit about this one, please. I tried a little bit and I thought it was wonderful.
So this one is my #1 seller. It's the lavender skin cream, and in it is aloe vera, evening primrose oil, grapeseed oil, and distilled water, among many other ingredients. It absorbs really quickly. It won't clog the pores, and I use it on my face, hands, and body.
Oh, great. So it's not just for the hands or the body, but also for the skin, which is on the face, which is more sensitive to what it absorbs, right? Yeah.
Definitely. And I think keeping it simple is ideal. So we're kind of misled by the cosmetic industry to believe we need a plethora of different ingredients or products, but in reality, keep it simple, right? Did you want to try some?
You can pronounce, right?
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I, as you can probably tell, I'm not sure if the camera's focusing very close on my hands. I have very dry skin, especially at this time of year when we're indoors and it's dry heat and that. So this immediately feels soothing to me because of the lavender, which is very fragrant. So that's wonderful as well. So it looks like that we're going to already be having to cover this much more quickly than I thought we were going to. But people can find out about it more on your website. And that's being listed for us now. And you've got a sale coming up that you wanted to mention, yes?
Yeah, so it's 15% off right now until Christmas, online orders. And I also do local delivery of $40 or more.
Okay, so what got you into this? You're a young entrepreneur, evidently. So what motivated you to get into all of this?
For a long time, I had really complicated skin and nothing was working. And so I started researching the implications of chemicals on our body. And I was frightened about what was out there. And so I started experimenting and making it for myself. My friends and family loved it. So I would give it to them and yeah.
Okay, well, that's wonderful to get involved like that. Also, I wanted to go over some more of the products. Now, it turns out we do have a little bit more time. You mentioned prior to our interview here that you offer a deodorant product. And I've tried deodorant products that were organic, and unfortunately, they didn't quite do things. So what is unique about your deodorant product?
So you're not alone there, I'll tell you that. A lot of people kind of steer away from the natural deodorant because they think that they're still going to create some kind of an odor. The nice thing with mine is it's shea butter, coconut oil, arrowroot powder, baking soda, vitamin E, and essential oils. And so I apply it in the morning, go about my day. Maybe I apply in the afternoon or evening if I care to, but I don't always. You need to know that you need to be consistent. It usually takes about a month for your body's pH to shift and for the deodorant to actually work.
Oh, I see. So there's an adaptation period.
Yes,
oh, okay.
definitely.
Then maybe it's worth giving it another chance. Again, knowing that it's a natural product that's on your skin too, right?
For sure.
Right. So do you want to tell us quickly? We've got about 30 seconds or so left. Are there any other highlights about the products you've got here that you'd like to mention?
Yeah, the newest item to my line is the moisturizing oil. And so this is awesome. You can use it for your beard if you're a man. You can use it on your hair, your nails, your face. And it's jojoba oil, avocado oil, and olive oil with some essential oils of lavender, cedar, and rosemary. So it's really fresh.
Well, on that note, I'll conclude this piece with you, Cassandra. It's been wonderful talking about these products. And we've shown on the screen a few times that your website so that people can go and find out more about that and contact you.
Fantastic.
And now I'd like to pass the baton over to Louis, who's going to be chatting with a captain from the Salvation Army tonight.
Thank you, Joanne. Good to see the entrepreneur taking up the reins and making a way in her business herself. So the Salvation Army has credentials that no one disputes. For decades upon decades, they've been doing a lot of good work, helping the needy, the homeless. And of course, now this time of year, Christmas time, we can see the kettle volunteers out there. And so tonight I have with me Captain Dave MacPherson, who is not only captain with the Salvation Army, he was in the Canadian Navy for 26 years. So Dave, welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
So I think the most burning question in everyone's mind right now is, what's the difference between being in the Salvation Army and the Canadian Navy? What's the most outstanding thing for you?
I guess I'd have to say that my commanding officer is more forgiving now than previously.
A lot more authority and power too, it should be said. Eh?
That's right, yeah.
So what for you was the watershed moment that inspired you to become a soldier in the Salvation Army, Dave?
Well, once I became a Christian, it became clear to me that service was very important. Of course, I'm a pastor in the Salvation Army, and the Bible tells me that everyone is created equal. And Jesus, whose Christmas is all about, teaches us that we are to love the Lord our God and we are to love our neighbors as ourselves. And the way you love people is to serve. And so the best way I can show love to the people of Nanaimo and the people that surround me is to serve. And the Salvation Army gives me a fantastic opportunity to do that.
It's well known that the Salvation Army is about service. There's a lot of amazing work out in the community and globally, I believe.
Yeah.
Could you give us a brief sketch of the Salvation Army, how it started and what it does generally, quickly?
Yeah, well, it began in 1865 when William Booth, an itinerant Methodist preacher, was called by the Lord to the downtown, the tough streets of London, England, and specifically with a calling to reach those who are broken down, who are on the periphery of life, who need help the most. And so that calling to serve that demographic really is a major part of the DNA of the Salvation Army to this day.
And nowadays, of course, the work is carrying on globally, I should say. Is that true?
Absolutely, in over 120 countries around the world.
That's awesome. That's phase in action, isn't it?
That's right. Well, we hope so. I mean, we try very hard.
Well, let's talk about the phase in action of the volunteers. There's a lot of volunteers. We see them on the streets, the young men, old ladies, couples, out there with the kettles, ringing the bells.
It's true.
What motivates them? What inspires them to do that?
Well, I think almost every volunteer that I speak to, you hear similar stories where they have been helped or they have family who has been helped in some way, whether it's by the Salvation Army or someone else who has loved them, served them, and helped them. And part of everyone's makeup is this desire to help each other, I believe. And so there's something good in everyone that impels them really to serve. And this is one way to do it that's right out there and easily accessible, and anyone can do it. So,
what do some of the funds go for? Tell me, Dave.
Well, the Christmas Kettle Campaign is really our largest single fundraiser. And while the collection happens at Christmas time, it's really for service year-round. So it helps us provide needed services through our community and family service program. So, and the needs there's a wide variety of needs that we meet, but it could be food, it could be clothing, it could be shelter, it could be counsel, it could be visitation, it could be a cup of coffee at Tim Hortons with someone who needs it. So a wide variety and this is, as I said, our main fundraiser, and it's essential to the service of the Salvation Army.
You could use some more volunteers even now before Christmas.
Absolutely. There are thousands of hours of kettle work available. We have 26 kettle locations in Nanaimo. It's a large number. And with volunteers, we staff those each and every day right up until Christmas Eve.
So if anybody listening to this show right now wants to volunteer, is inspired to be of service, as you say, how would they do that?
Well, God bless them. They would call the Salvation Army Nanaimo, and we are on 8th Street, 505 8th Street. I think our number is probably on your screen. And give us a call and let us know you want to volunteer, and we will hook you up quickly. And we'll train you, let you know what to do. And basically, if you can smile and love people, you'll be a perfect volunteer. Yeah.
Captain MacPherson, thanks for joining us. May God bless you and all of you, and we salute you, people of Nanaimo.
Thank you very much. God bless. Merry Christmas.
Yes, same to you. So I'd like to throw it over to Myc Sharratt, who is going to sing Songbird.
From the tree outside the city walls, and you don't own me, you don't own me, goddamn thing. See, I break my heart. songbird, babe. Well, if things they go my way, I spend every day hopping alongside you, babe. And you might sing along to each of my songs, and you smile and sway, and I break my heart if it can only fit into yours. Well, I find a song we'd sing, yeah, I'll be your songbird, babe. Yes, and I break my heart just to fit it into yours. Yeah, I find a song we'd sing. Yes, and you fall so hard. Yeah, you fall into my arms and found a song to sing. Yeah, I'll be your songbird, babe. Yeah, I'm your songbird, babe.
Thank you to Myc Sharratt for that wonderful number, Songbird. You've maybe wondered about what to do during Christmas holidays. Maybe you have plans, maybe you don't. One of the things that City of Nanaimo Parks and Recreation have going on is a number of activities, and one of which is the biggest activity is Finale, which is right here. We're going to talk a little bit about that with one of the coordinators for that event, Michelle Dirksen, and she's on my far right here. Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about the theme this year and what's going on?
Sure. It's under the big top, Brian, and we have a number of different performers. We have Clever Trevor with us right now, and he's going to show us a little bit about the magic that's behind juggling. We have live performers. We have a number of different acts and entertainment. We have skating and swimming, all for a family of 5 for $32 or $10 per individual.
Okay, this happens December 31st. What time does it run?
Sure, yeah. It happens from 5 to 10 p.m. We have a countdown for little ones at 8 and another one at 10 p.m. So it's an earlier evening. You can get your kids good and tired and ready for bed and have a nice start to the new year.
Quietly on your own without the major event.
Yes.
So, under the big top, a lot of circus performers.
Yep.
Entertainment, activities, certainly lots to do. What's your headline entertainer now?
We've got a guy and a band. They're called the Doctors of Rock and Roll. They're such fun. They're doing a couple sets, and we've got a band or a group named the Monkey Business, and they're going to be doing gymnastics in one of the rooms. We've got an inflatable. They're doing a bouncy castle in another room. We've got face painting. You name it, it's there for all of that one price. Noisemakers as well to ring in the new year at 8 and 10 p.m.
Now, this event has been going on for over 20 years. This is a nice family event. Everybody gets involved. You don't have to worry about babysitting.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
a lot of families come to this event?
We do. We have probably about 1,200 people every year that come through the doors, and they just find it great. There's food on site as well. We'll have some cotton candy through 4-H. We'll have beaver tails through another provider, and the rink and the pool have their concessions open as well. So it's all one-stop shopping.
Speaking about the rink, good catch, Trevor. I'm going to talk to Gary Patterson. Gary, you're going to tell us a little bit about what's going on for special events, and you convert the rink at Frank Crane into a beautiful atmosphere. And that's for Winter Wonderland?
Winter Wonderland, yeah, absolutely. Staff get together on Christmas Eve. That's our party, our project, and we just create 17,000 square feet of magic in the Frank Crane Arena. Lights, big central tree. We theme it. Every couple of years we roll it over. So this will be the first year for the theme is Fantasy on Ice, and it's loosely based on how the Grinch stole Christmas, hence the tie. We'll have a Mount Crumpet. We'll have a huge central Christmas tree, and we've created a little bit of the Whoville village around the outside of the arena. So it's pretty neat this year.
So that goes through from Monday the 26th right through till Friday the 30th of December?
Absolutely.
And it's affordable. One of the things you mentioned to me, there's some sponsorships, so people really don't have to pay a lot, not even normal skating rates, admission rates, to go to this
absolutely.
event.
We've really tried to hook into the business community. We've got businesses that have come forth and sponsored every single one of 22 sessions. Some of these sessions, as you mentioned, are a loony admission, free skates and free helmets. But we have 8 additional sessions within those 22 that are completely free. So, really there's not an excuse to get out of the house, come and recreate as a family, come on down and see what we've got. It's an opportunity to make some really special memories.
Yeah, we don't get the opportunity, although it's cool outside right now, to normally skate outdoors. So have you brought the outdoors in?
It actually looks like an outdoor arena in the middle of a town square with that big tree. And if everybody wants to stand around that tree and start singing, that's all the more better.
Good. One of the other things that happened, and Gary, you can tell us a little bit about it, is after, I guess, the 23rd, when school gets out, people are worrying about what to do with the kids just after Christmas. So what kind of activities does Parks and Recreation have for children throughout that Christmas break, which is now 2 weeks long?
It is 2 weeks. Interestingly, this year it's a late 2 weeks, so I think a lot of parents are kind of looking at the 23rd of December and wondering what happened. But we're running right through till the 7th of January. The product you've already shown here, the marketing product, this is something that you can pick up in any of our facilities, but it does detail our swimming events. There's some aquatic special events. There's some camps. We have camps running at Oliver Woods, also at the Frank Crane Arena. The holiday skating schedule just goes right through till, as I said here, up till like the 6th, 7th of January. It really it's an amazing collaboration, I guess, of all of us. And, as you've mentioned, finale is kind of a centerpiece of all of that. But, it really is giving back to the community, giving them a chance to come out and have fun.
Okay, well, for you to get more information, contact, and the number's on the screen, 250-756-5200, or go to the city website, which is www.nanaimo.ca, and you can get all the details, the dates, the times, everything else, even if you don't pick up one of the brochures. So let's head it over to Jane, who's got some information on a program called Seniors Connect.
Thank you, Brian. Seniors Connect project is funded by the New Horizons for Seniors program, and it's a project that focuses on reducing the social isolation of seniors in Nanaimo by 35%. Today, my guests are Kayla Wright, the Seniors Connect Center Administrator, and Dan Elliot, a Seniors Outreach Worker with the Nanaimo Family Life Association. And they are here to tell us all about the new programs and activities at the Seniors Connect Center. Welcome.
Thank you.
Kayla, can you tell me a little bit about the Seniors Connect Center? Where is it located?
So the Seniors Connect Center is located at 150 Wallace Street, downtown Nanaimo. We're actually in the same building as the Nanaimo Women's Center.
Okay, and what are the hours for the Seniors Connect Center?
So the center is open from Monday to Friday, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, we have a drop-in for people 55 and up. And it's from 10 to 3. And then we will have our workshops on Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 3 as well.
And these workshops and programs, are they free or do you have to pay?
Yeah, for 55 and up, they're free.
Okay, that's wonderful. So can you tell me a little bit about the drop-in program? What kind of things do people do?
For the drop-in programs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you come in, have coffee, tea, engage and connect with other individuals that'll be in the center. Yeah, it's just a way to branch out and hopefully help eliminate some of the social isolation.
Okay, that's fantastic. So Dan, tell me a little bit, what does a Seniors Connect outreach support worker do?
Well, sometimes I feel isolated because I do go out by myself, but I actually have an amazing team that I work with. And seniors outreach in Nanaimo is a very powerful tool that we're just kind of developing. And I get to connect with seniors in their homes. They can phone in if they're lonely or they're isolated, they want to make a connection, so they can call in. And so I will go out and do an assessment and help the seniors on a plan and a path to not become so isolated, but make a connection.
Okay, and so people, when they engage with you, what sort of things would they do?
Well, when I meet, like for instance, I actually had a neighbor of a fellow that phoned. He had no telephone, no internet connections, and so it was. I'd had to do like basically door-to-door knocking, and then made a connection with him, and now we're doing some planning with him.
Wow, well that sounds really interesting. So Kayla, can you tell me a little bit about the programs and workshops that you're going to be doing at the center?
Certainly. So with the holidays around the corner, I just wanted to quickly bring up that we're doing a winter solstice celebration. That'll be on Wednesday, December 21st from 10 to 3. So I want to encourage everybody to drop into the center, join us for cocoa, cookies, and carols. So at the center, we're going to be doing a number of workshops. So it'll be, men and women's health, fitness, technology, life skills. The list goes on, and we're open to get more ideas from seniors that they'd like to see at the Seniors Connect Center.
All right, that's wonderful. Dan, you had mentioned to me earlier that you also are going to be doing some of the programming at the Seniors Connect Center. Can you give me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're actually doing a piece in January around emerging elders, and it's around elder abuse. And so there's a kind of an unspoken thing that happens in society, and we're trying to really bring light to that, to kind of rectify that for our seniors and give them the help and support they need.
Okay, wow. Well, that sounds like very important work.
Yeah.
Now, Kayla, I know you mentioned to me earlier that you are looking for volunteers. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I am, actually. We are actively recruiting for volunteers. We're looking for volunteers for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 10 to 3 in the center to sit down, have a chat, play a game, engage. So you can go to our website and download the application there at nanaimoseniorsconnect.ca, or you can call me at the center or come see me face-to-face down at 150 Wallace Street.
And your number quickly?
It's 250-591-2924.
Okay, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here today and telling us about the Seniors Connect Center, 150 Wallace Street, downtown Nanaimo. Now, I'm going to throw it over to Matt Carter, who is going to fill us in on even more events happening in Nanaimo.
Absolutely. Thank you very, very much, Jane, and thank you much, Dan and Kayla, as well, for coming down to the Shaw TV studios, letting us know about the important work you do, making sure Nanaimo is a great city for citizens of all ages. Wonderful stuff. Now, another key way for folks that like to get out and get in the community and socialize is to go dancing. And the good folks at the Nanaimo West Coast Swing Collective have alerted us to an upcoming swing dance. Myself, as a fan of jazz and swing, very happy to get the word out. So check it out. Some music supplied mostly West Coast string by DJ Mark Pierce. So I guess you could say most of the rhythms will be piercing. And swing dancers of all levels and abilities are invited to join in, dressed in whatever era of clothes you'd like. So whether you're dressed in the clothes of the 40s, the 50s, Howie Hennessy's high school prom, whatever it is, you'll be looking good while you're dancing. This is also a pre-New Year's dance, so it's happening on Friday, December the 30th. So you can still combine it with revelry and merrymaking on New Year's Eve, such as Finale 2016, or maybe try going trick-or-treating in case your neighbors have a lot of leftovers they want to get rid of. Anyways, I do recommend you go swing dancing with the Nanaimo West Coast Swing Collective. That's Friday, December the 30th from 7 to 11 p.m. at Branch 256 Royal Canadian Legion, East Wellington. Tickets are available at the door. In behind me is Rob. Nice jersey, Rob. There you go. Rob looks pretty good. He looks really good. He looks really good. Also looks really good is our next segment. Now, the next segment we have sort of encapsulates beautiful and sweet. And who encapsulates beautiful and sweet more than our producer, Anna Bosa?
Thank you, Matt.
They're getting a Christmas raise somehow, I tell you.
That is sweet. Thank you, Matt.
Christmas time is not always thought of as a flowery time of year, except for the stunning poinsettias. Today, I have a sugar artist here in the studio, and her name is Lucy Hildebrand. Welcome, Lucy.
Hi.
And Lucy is going to teach us how to make these gorgeous, and they're edible too, aren't they?
Yes,
they're
they
edible
are.
flowers.
Yeah, so they're made from icing sugar. It's a paste called gum paste. And I kind of created the poinsettia.
And that's it?
Yep, that's it.
Sorry, I have
so it's like a
touchy-feely,
Play-Doh,
Lucy.
right? Yeah, it's like a Play-Doh.
It is like a Play-Doh.
Yeah, and then I've got my mat here, my board. And the trick to the gum paste is that you want to roll it as thin as possible, because the thinner it is, the better it is. The more realistic it will be.
And they look realistic.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
So then I take that over, and then I get this veining. And then, so then I take my cutter and I cut that out. And then that, and then I take my veiner.
That's called a veiner. Like, is that like a cast or something?
Yeah, it's a veiner.
Would you call it a veiner?
No,
Okay.
you call it a veiner. Yeah. And then you
Making up
take that
names
off,
for it,
and then
Lucy.
it's got the impression.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I take my bowling tool and I ruffle the edges to give it more life.
You said a bowling tool?
A bowling tool.
Bowling tool.
Yeah, it's behind me here. Sorry.
And can I just touch this stuff?
Yeah.
Now, how is it to work with this?
It's
pretty delicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very delicate. Definitely takes a lot of practice. I
Yeah.
definitely trial and error. Yeah.
So novice like me.
Well, anyone
I'm
can
gonna
do
give it a
it,
little
but it
try.
definitely.
It's like rolling dough.
Yeah,
almost.
it's like a Play-Doh, right? So, like even my kids, I'll give them a little chunk and they kind of play with it on
Do
the
they
side
like it?
too.
I bet they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, they do. They love it. So yeah, what I've been making now a lot of is the poinsettias. So yeah.
And so you said you take this.
So I take the bowling tool. You always got to use, this is full of icing sugar. You have to use this,
Icing
otherwise your bowling tool will stick.
It's similar to any kind of dough then,
Yeah.
right? With flour, you'd
Yeah.
normally be doing it with flour, but instead icing sugar is because
Yeah.
it's so sweet.
Yeah,
Lucy's
and it just
sweet
gives it that
creations.
ruffly effect. So
That's, can you show me that again? Sorry.
I'll have to cut it out again.
Oh, I'm making you work.
That's okay.
That's pretty cool too. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
And then what about the dyeing part of it? Or am I getting, I'm going
no,
too
that's
far
fine.
ahead?
So obviously I'm doing white right now.
Yeah.
But you can buy edible food coloring and dye the dough any color you want. So there's
Okay.
purple and blue and yeah.
Which
so-
is how you get these beautiful colors.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gorgeous. Wow. Oh yeah.
And the gold on this one is actually a 24 karat edible gold. Yeah.
Seriously?
So yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. So pretty fancy,
That is
fancy.
beautiful. And then you put it on there.
Put it on here. And
Excellent.
there,
Wow.
there. And then you have to
Again.
use lots of this because if it sticks,
So it doesn't stick, right?
Yeah, if it sticks, then you're not.
And then you
just ruffle the edges.
Oh,
See
that's
how
so
you get that
beautiful.
ruffly?
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I see it actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, see?
Wonderful.
Sometimes it sticks, but that's, yeah.
And so then?
So then I also make the green leaves, and I do the same.
They're beautiful too.
Using the same veiner.
veining, yep.
Yeah, and then I ruffle it the same with the balling tool, and then after, when they're all dry, they have to dry overnight. So
Really? It
everything's
takes
done.
that long?
Yeah, they have to dry overnight because if you try to put it together, they're just going to break.
Right.
Yeah, they have to be.
And how did you start doing this beautiful work?
Yeah,
that
well,
you
my
do?
father-in-law asked me to make a cake 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And for his mom and his dad, and so I did, and then I really wanted to make it special for them, and so I did my first gum paste flowers, and then it's just kind of been going from there. Like
And it
friends or
evolves.
families have asked me to make their wedding cakes, and I just
Wonderful.
kind of, picking away
Excellent.
at it. Yeah.
Well, we are going to come back.
Okay.
But right now we're going to back to Myc, and he's going to do a song for us.
There's a moonlight over a seaside park, swinging up and falling down, pumping our legs. Yeah, the red wine, it won't run dry until the sun begins to wake the rest of the world. Would you have met me in the rain? Well, I can't say. So I take that red eye through the New York sky. I'll dance you around the park. Let's go find the place where Bob and Jimmy play. Would you let me in Boise, Idaho? I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's this scenery that's making us forget the world. Haven't you heard? We're falling apart. Well, if I could lasso the moon and hide it with the stars behind the clouds at the end of the day, 'cause I want to know, will you meet me in the rain? Well, in this life, I'll try not to compromise. Oh, but my legs will disagree, and I may not always be strong as a bear. So would you meet me in my dying days? I can't say. I don't know if it's this scenery that's making us forget the world. Haven't you heard that I'm falling apart? If I could lasso the moon, hide it with the stars behind the clouds at the end of the day, 'cause I want to know, will you meet me in the rain? Will you meet me?
Good stuff, sir. Good stuff, good stuff. Mr. Myc Sharratt, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Shock TV studios. Guitarist, a vocalist, songwriter, traveler, a man who knows a thing or two about whiskey and a thing or six about broken guitar strings.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you very much. I want to be very transparent about this. Myc is a very good friend of mine, colleague, and in fact, you've actually dragged me around Ireland twice playing music. Why the heck did we go to Ireland?
Oh, it was pretty hard to drag you around anywhere, isn't it? It's hard to keep this where it is. Sorry.
It looks good.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, Ireland was fun, wasn't it?
I'd say so. Why the heck did we go? What was your impetus?
The music there is amazing. More importantly, the way they respect the art of song is more amazing to me, and I think you noticed that when we were there. That you know, every bar you go into or any restaurant or anything like that usually has live music in it, and it's not necessarily heralded. It's not, you know, Glenn Hansard is treated the same way as an unknown artist would be. playing in a pub. As long as they're good, people are going to listen and they're going to gather in, and you know, the song's really the thing there, and there's not really screens playing games on it, which I'm a big sports fan, but obviously a bigger music fan. So.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, if you look at like Galway and the west coast of Ireland, and I'm on the west coast of Canada, both cities of about 80,000 people. That's the big difference, say, when you walk into a pub.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have Canucks losing on, and I'm a huge Canucks fan, don't get me wrong, I'm just a little frustrated. So we have that on our TV screens, and we don't really have anyone in the middle of the pub. And in fact, if we were to go into the middle of a pub, we might be asked to leave for playing music. And we play music all around, well, the world now. So the fact that we don't have that kind of respect for the art of song is something that I find near and dear about Ireland, because I don't think that exists really many places in the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go back down a bit to Canada then. So this summer, this year, you did a cross-country trip, basically driving yourself, you and your guitar. What did you learn about the country?
Well, the CBC is amazing. So it was really cool. You know, they did the kind of a retrospect on the Tragically Hip. So I was playing in some of the same venues that Tragically Hip started in, and hearing about Tragically Hip. And so, you know, CBC was pretty much my soundtrack for the entire journey. And, you know, going 6 weeks across Canada, that speaks volumes about how big it is, and how I found it really surprising how connected we are, even though it's so vast and different. You know, we should have maybe 3 countries, you know? Like, the prairies should be its own country. The island could be its own province. I think they're trying to do that and stuff. So it's just amazing how vast it is, and we still find a way to be connected. I think our national game has something to do with that, but that's my own opinion.
Is there, so you tell the different regions. I know you have a lot of love for Nanaimo on the island. Is there one place else in the country you really liked playing in on that trip?
I mean, PEI kind of has that Irish kind of feel to it, where they respect the song and stuff. But my favorite stop was just at a friend's place in Monaco, and he had a cabin, and it was a house concert. So house concerts, I think, are becoming more and more important with, you know, DJs and house music, canned music you can just put on the radio. It used to be, you know, when we first started, musicians in the pubs, it would be, you needed live music for the ambiance, and now you can just press play. Or anybody's got an iPod, right? Mm-hmm. So.
All right. Well, I know obviously you're playing here. You've got some gigs coming up. You've got to wrap this up, get back to some more music. Yeah. So you got some shows obviously going to Alberta coming up soon, but also you got a show in Victoria and a show in Nanaimo coming up. Tell us about the Nanaimo show.
The Nanaimo show, we're doing a show at the Cavalotti Lodge, and got some Longwood beers and some cheaper drinks, $4, and we got some raffles going for the BC Children's Hospital. We've done this event for the last maybe 4 years, and I think we've raised about $3,000 for BC Children's Hospital. So it's always a fun night, and I hope people come and enjoy it.
Perfect. All right, well, check it out. MycSharratt.com is the website. Looking forward to that December 23rd, Cavalotti Lodge. Here's some more songs from now. It's another new song for you called, I believe, Hello Storm.
Perfect.
Hello Storm. Myc Sharratt on the show, TV.
Hello storm, I believe I've been waiting on you. I've got my coat and I've got my yellow gum boots on. The wind, it topples down trees in my doorway, leaving no doubt that it came around. And I may lose my grip, I may even hit the ground, spin into an unfamiliar life. Oh, but I can't help this feeling of hope So hello, storm. And hello, my love, I can see you've been waiting on me. Yeah, I've watched you watch me fall with your beautiful curiosity. In your eyes, yeah, they topple and something deep down inside of me, leaving no doubt that you came around. And I may lose my grip, I may even hit the ground, spin into an unfamiliar life. Oh, but I can't help this feeling of hope. No losing love, it's never done enough to change my heart. Well, I guess I can't change my heart.
Thank you, Myc. That was great. And now comes the fun part. We're back with Lucy, and we're going to actually put the poinsettia together now.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
Today we're going to do the white and gold poinsettia. So I already made the centerpiece, and so I grabbed the little tiny ones, and they're all put on floral wire, and then I use a floral tape, and then you make sure that you put them, and you got to put them on really tight. And
now, Lucy, you were telling me that how many pieces go into just one flower? Depending
about 50
on
petals. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work, but when you love something, it's not really so much work, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And then I'll go on to the next stage. So I do 3 of the little tiny ones, and then when you put the petals on, you want to make them in between.
Okay,
right?
so they're offset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then I do one of those.
Now, I know you were at the Kris Kringle recently. Where else do you, how do you sell your cake toppers?
So pretty much word of mouth right now, and Facebook. I have a Lucy Sweet Creations Facebook page.
Right.
But other than that.
Lucy's Sweet Creations. That's a beautiful name, too.
Yeah, thanks.
Beautiful name for a beautiful woman that makes beautiful flowers.
Thank you.
I love them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you just keep going and going and going until it's
like
done,
you said,
right?
labor of love.
It is a labor of love.
And this is the liquid gold,
yeah.
people, liquid gold.
And most people use vodka for their powder, but I like to use a clear vinegar or vanilla.
You can get vanilla that's clear. I did not know that.
Yeah, clear vanilla, and then you smell flower smells.
Oh,
like,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's really, really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And so, for example, I know you made your little leaf things, but when you're doing different flowers, for example, the orchid, how do you get your shape for that? Is that just another cast, or you just...
Well, some of them, like the throat on that, I do by hand. Right, so and then a lot of them are cutters, certain cutters, and I showed you my the veiner before.
The veiner,
There's a certain veiner for the orchid.
Now, is this sugar as well? Then?
Yep. Those little balls I made. Yeah, yeah, and then
Wow. So the only not edible thing
is the wire.
Is the wire
and the tape.
And the tape.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But other than that, everything you can eat. And
now you also, not only do you have a Facebook page, but you also have your email address.
Yes.
Let's put that out there too for people.
Okay.
And that's Mrs. Lucy Hildebrand at gmail.com. Is that right?
That's right.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
So you can see it slowly starting to come together.
It's beautiful. Look at how incredible that is.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm quite partial to the gold myself, the white and gold.
Yeah,
That's
I like the
beautiful.
gold. I mean, when I first started making poinsettias, this one was actually the first one I made.
This one here? Oh.
Yeah, and so the more I started researching, they come in every color.
Look at this. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they come purple.
That's purple.
So
Like purple poinsettia.
Purple and blue, and so this is what the finished product of the
Look at
the
you. I like
gold
you in
looks
the
like.
orange one.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like when it's all
Wow, that
all
is
done.
totally a labor of love. And
Yeah.
no, they are not edible. I mean, yes, they are edible, but you can't eat them. Matt has probably tasted everything.
Yeah,
Did
sorry.
you taste a little, Matt?
I'm gonna say no.
There you go.
Really? Like actually?
Yeah, you could actually eat it if you like.
I would totally love to. I heard a rumor about the wire.
Yeah, don't eat the wire. You can use it as a toothpick later. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, if it's too hard. How does it taste?
Really good.
Is it good?
I just can't believe something like this, like authentic, realistic.
Look at
is.
it's so beautiful, and look at even the roses too. Those are incredible. That's
Those are also
I
edible,
love
really?
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all edible. It's all edible. And I love it.
Outstanding.
And
artwork.
it's
Wow.
what a great way actually for Christmas. It's beautiful
Yeah,
to
it's a nice
decorate your home.
present and for a centerpiece
it's a
or
great
cakes.
gift,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
that's
it is
a great
good
gift.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Lucy, for coming and
Thank
joining us.
you.
Lucy, sweet.
Yay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Excellent.
She's sweet.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, there you go. It just all works together. So,
great.
Anna, thank you so much for hooking
you,
this
Matt.
this segment up here. Lucy, thank you so much for being here. And
Thank
again,
you.
so great to have you showing off these amazing
They are amazing.
flowers. And I got to say, when
I'm
it comes to these flowers, I would say definitely I'm Lily impressed. I'm really impressed. You know, these are sure to impress adults or kids. Adults
are.
or kids. Or kids.
Orchids.
We're talking flowers, right? Exactly. Or kids. You know, come on. I also want to say, Anna, come on now. I want to say also Merry Christmas to my parents. Of course, I have my chrysanthemum, you know, and my poppy. Chrysanthemum, my poppy. You know, also at Christmas dinner, what incarnation I'm going to fill up my buttercup with? Maybe some herbs, you know, like a daffodil. A daffodil. You know, oh, here's a joke for you, Max. What do you call a well-dressed cat? A dandelion. All right, what do you call a successful volleyball player? A poinsettia. Poinsettia. Come on, you got the volley. If you get engaged to a precious metal, you have to marry gold. You have to marry gold. Oh, Anna got a laugh for that one. I know these jokes have Max spinning a bit. He's feeling a little bit daisy. He's feeling a bit daisy. You know, maybe it's time to throw back to, how he's booing now. Throw it back to a musical guest because he can definitely carry a tune, yeah? All right, so now as much as I'm in my morning glory, it's time for me to go because the crew is yelling, "Begonia, Begonia" at me. You know, Iris, they weren't so angry and threatening to throw stuff at me and be Violet. But you know, when there's no more love, I guess it's lavender. Lavender. Oh boy, I got a really good groan. All right, so quickly I gotta say thanks to all of our hardworking volunteers and staff in front of the cameras and behind the scenes. You can find more about Shaw TV and the show on Facebook. Check out our page, facebook.com/the show on Shaw. You can also find out information on us on the Central Vancouver Island Twitter page as well. Now you can see previous episodes of the show both on YouTube and also via our own Shaw TV Nanaimo website. And hey, if you have an event, cause, demonstration, or issue that you'd like to bring to the program, we're always looking for great guests. So drop a line to our executive producer, Kelly Robinson at kelly.robinson@sjrb.ca. Oh, there's Melissa Hall's name up on the TV screen. She's our volunteer coordinator, so also drop her a line if you'd like to volunteer, be part of the show, or other volunteer works as well. All right, so before we go, one more song for the gentleman behind me, Mr. Myc Sharratt. So again, for all the folks who watched the show over the course of 2016, have a very Merry Christmas. Watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Have a wonderful New Year. We'll see you in 2017. Merry Christmas from all of us on the show on Shaw TV.
She not done.